Say, man, if you didn't know by now, man, you tuned in with the one that's more fly than your most favorite astrologer. And like we always do about this time, just vibe. Say, man, I'm dangerous, man. I'm a bad mother. The total package, like Lex Luthor. I'ma put y'all up on game one time, whether you love it or hate it. I'm the nigga that your mama warned you about. Watch your mouth when the slugs go in and the brains come out and pop in the mag. Cock back the hammer. I'm too hot to handle. They should've left me in the slammer. I'm that nigga that your mama warned you about. Watch your mouth when the slugs go in, then the brains come out. Thought you know that my rhyme runs for the pine. Man, it's open up your ear and let me crawl into your mind. Don't let the smooth taste fool ya. Cool, calm, collective, man, I'm liable to do ya. The slugs burn through ya. I'm finna go boo ya. Finna get rich and act like I never knew ya. Man, I'm cooler than the cooler. Just sicking up a doula. Ask Jay Shay why they call me the jeweler. Hold up, here, me hit the Buddha. Inhale, exhale. That's that California you smell. How the hell that come in the mail? I might as well be writing in braille. They can't see me, even if I'm live on TV. Here, take these shades, man, to take this ass whooping in 3D. I'm a motherfucker in so many ways. That's probably why I stay locked up for so many days, hoping he plays like I play. Cause I play a little rough. Don't think he spray like I spray. Cause I wet this bitch up. 6 zones in my cup, 5 slugs in my Taurus. You know what it was, cuz I'ma hit you with this Taurus. I'm the nigga that your mama warned you about. Watch your mouth when the slugs go in, then the brains come out. Thought you know that my rhyme blunts full of pine, man. Open up your ear and let me crawl into your mind. I'm that nigga that your mama warned you about. Watch your mouth when the slugs go in, the brains come out. And thought you know that my rhyme is blunts full of pine, bitch. Open up your ear and let me crawl into your mind, man. I always tell the truth, man, even when I lie. If I take the risk to shoot, man, somebody finna die. Reply straight from the thigh. I shoot straight from the hip. I look this hoe in his eye and loose 8 from the clip. Details from the crib. Yeah, I'm the crib keeper. If you trying to keep your bitch, don't leave her around me, bro, cause I'm 13 kinds of evil. My vocals kinda nice, I can't lie. It's some nights I idolize them city lights. There's plenty fights, cause if I say it, bet your ass I'm gonna do it. I leave your mouthpiece raggly if I run this right to it. Don't add no Sprite to it. I sip my tussin neck sprayed. I bag these whole niggas off and fuck them off like 28. Say, I'm that nigga. Yeah, I'm that live. What the fuck are you doing with your life? That was just fun, and I'm killing it. Let me turn on the humility. I don't even know where that button is, huh? Say, man. I almost turned y'all off, don't play. Yeah, it's time to get real. What it was, man. Y'all already know who it is, man. And y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge Yourself. And this right here, this ain't shit but a little cosmic insight, man. And you already know, man, we kicking it with this Saturn, man. We feeling restricted, man. Some of y'all are, not me, but today, this right here, this gonna be a little something about those people that have Saturn in the 7th house of their natal chart. And before we can actually get to that part, you already know the procedure. And if you don't know, you finna find out. Because first, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit on what Saturn means in astrology. Then after that, I'm gonna give y'all a little breakdown on what the 7th house brings to the table. Then after that, we're gonna bring it all to a culmination. Okay, so we ain't got a lot of time to be wasting because I already been on here playing and showing my ass, but you already know that's what I be doing. So it is what it is. Blame it on the Venus in Leo, Mercury in Leo too, and in the 10th house, which we might talk about one day. But moving on beyond that, let's get started. So if you don't know by now, man, and if you didn't realize after I told you in the video earlier, you ain't caught it earlier, Saturn is the motherfucking resident disciplinarian and taskmaster of the motherfucking zodiac. And it ain't gonna make shit easy at all, man. And being the ruler of the sign Capricorn and the 10th house of the zodiac, it's gonna make you put the work in if you ever want to see results. And even then, it's gonna take time. Yeah. And, it like the priceless message of Jesus Christ himself, man. If Jupiter is going to feed you a fish, catch one for you and feed it to you, man, that's cool. That's a blessing. But what Saturn is going to do, Saturn is going to put you through some shit that teaches you to fish. And guess what? Then you'll never be hungry again, man. Never. And that's the beauty of Saturn. And when I was young, I might not have understood that. That's why when I was young, Saturn, I felt like it wasn't for me. I was a little scared of it. But now that I'm grown and now that I think like a man and I move like a evolved person, man, Saturn's energy is beautiful because it puts you up on game. It makes you get it yourself. Okay. And so I also want to say that Saturn rules the Aquarius and 11th house to a lesser degree. So with that being in mind, it's okay to want to rule the world too or conquer the world too, man. Saturn is also all about time and all of its usefulness and all of its limitations. And, it's also the ruler over old age and, everything that comes with that, the lessons that teaches us. And wherever Saturn shows up in a chart, it shows where you feel most restricted, where you feel obligations and fears. And also, where the sign placement shows the type of energy connected with your obligations. And it also shows, the house placement, I say, I got off track in my mind, y'all. I'm sorry. The house placement, it shows the areas of life that you feel the most restricted in and where you're going to have to work the hardest if you want to see results. But the thing is, wherever it is with the house placement, if you can get it down and with time and with effort and with learning and with tumultuous experiences with Saturn, it's going to teach you to achieve mastery. And mastery, that's the beauty of it all, man. Like that's the big the whole enchilada, pardon me. And so moving on, let me fix my hat because I feel like I'm looking like a clown, y'all. I always do anyway, huh? But that's okay. Okay. Back to the video. I gotta go play, y'all. But anyway, man, Saturn also, the aspects, they show the most direct involvement of any other areas of life that, we might feel restricted or, the areas of life that we feel direct involvement with responsibility. And, lastly, Saturn takes about 28 to 32 years to traverse the whole zodiac and come back to the place it was at the exact moment of your birth. And at that time, that's called your Saturn return. And at that time, I know people, if you're into astrology at all, this is something that you've heard about because a lot of the times it is a big deal, man, because the Saturn return is going to, put you through pressure, man. Here's the thing, when people talk about pressure, like I tell y'all every time, man, say Saturn is pressure, baby. Saturn is pressure. That's the definition of pressure. But the thing with pressure is, when you fucking with pressure, you can turn a cold into a dime. How you think I got here? I'm gonna stop playing with y'all, but all bullshit aside, man. That's really what it's about, man. And that Saturn return is gonna either put you through some really rough times, with some pressure, or it's gonna bring some restrictions up off of you. But either way, it's gonna help you find the blessings inside of yourself. This is mastery, like I said. And when we talk about the seventh house, the 7th house, you know what I'm saying? The 7th house is commonly referred to as the house of partnerships, man. And, with this house, we really see a shift away from the self toward another. And by cooperating with and relating to another, we unite really for the purpose of achieving something which is pretty much greater than ourselves together, man. And pretty much what happens here is it's the 7th that shows us that partnerships can take on many fucking forms, like, marriages, business partnerships, legal contracts, negotiations, and agreements all the way around, man. And how shit will go to a certain extent with those, man, when you're looking at the planetary placements here. And it's that we can also answer questions like, why do we choose this particular relationship? Is it for love or is it for money? Is it for status? Is it for security? Or, is it other practical reasons? Or even social considerations, you know what I'm saying? And there are many reasons for uniting with another, and doing that, man. And this is what the seventh house pretty much addresses, man. And, it's usually to find balance or to fill a void. I could say that too, man, within ourselves, or, help somebody else fill a void within themselves. And together, two broken parts, maybe we can fit together like some kind of fucked up jigsaw puzzle. But who knows, man? It definitely ain't about your fake ass twin flame. I ain't gonna get into that. But anyway, man. So it's just really showing what could greatly enhance our experience, what could restrict our experience, what could make us have an abusive experience, what could be some power tripping experience, with the different aspects of planets. What might be a violent experience, what might be a harmonious and beautiful experience, what might be a lucrative experience. There's all kinds of ways that with the different planets, what might just be unexpected and come out of nowhere, what might be disillusionary. And yeah, I just named planets. You just got to go back and listen to what I said and see what I'm trying to, and see if y'all been listening to my video. Real talk, man. And I also want to say that the seventh is one of the angular houses that consists of the first, the fourth, the seventh, and the 10th. And just the seventh is all about relationships, man. It's about relationships. And so, there's no point in really doing nothing else but, stating the obvious right here, man. And letting it be known that with these folks with this placement, they take their relationships of all kinds extremely fucking seriously, like more seriously than anybody else. And in doing so, it might really make them fearful or reluctant to really, go past a certain level with anybody until later on in life. And really the flip side of that is, that once they do, ever decide to invest in something like that, especially in a relationship, we talking about Saturn here in the seventh, man, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be, the most loyal, dependent, dedicated motherfucking individual that you're ever going to have to deal with in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's also, I could say, highly possible with Saturn here for them to have karmic influences from their past lives when it comes to choosing their lovers. So while very careful not to get married to the motherfucking wrong person, man, they can still commit to the point of no return, even when they're not happy in a motherfucking relationship. And that's a motherfucker, because these people really want a disciplined type of love. And they can even be the type to jump into a relationship because they value the sense of security that it brings, you know what I'm saying? Or, whatever that type of connection can offer instead of something else. And it's kind of like every fucking partnership in their life has been calculated, and they're searching for a lover to help them be more responsible, purposeful, or successful. Or the opposite end of it is, that is kind of like this. They could have been in a relationship that seems forced or restrictive, or, you know what I'm saying? They could have even had the type of relationship since they've been in a relationship since they were very young that was very stressful, and, it had a lot of bullshit and drama tied to it. Or maybe they were just very serious and loyal about their relationship, and they took it to a whole different level of seriousness than their partner did. For instance, okay, Eminem, Marshall Mathers, man, he has Saturn in the seventh house, man. Like that's the type of individual you're dealing with here, man. Who else, man? Selena Gomez, Saturn in the seventh house, man. Go look it up. You know what I'm saying? And those two are pretty much perfect examples of the type of shit that they go through with this type of shit, man. And looking back though, seventh house Saturn people are usually more on the shy side than other people. And the root of it is kind of like 9 out of 10 is caused by relationship or lack thereof with one of the parents when they were growing up. And when it comes to their friends, you know what I'm saying? They really ain't the type that's gonna fuck with too many at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'd rather be one deep than fuck with anybody fake, man. But when they do decide to fuck with somebody, or they decide that they down with you, you know what I'm saying? They down for the long run, man. This is Saturn, man. For the long run, man. The long haul through thick and thin. And it's going to be hard, man. And, when Saturn's placed here in the seventh, man, it's all about fears too. And what it shows me is a deep fear of fucking loneliness, and a deep fear of, of abandonment, which manifests through extreme fucking trust issues. Yeah. That's what's coming to my mind, man. And restrictions and intimacy that pretty much stop them from ever being able to truly enjoy their relationships until they really get it worked out within their motherfucking selves. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's just them restricting their motherfucking self. Like it always is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just you getting your own way all the time. Because like I said, we all have all this energy available to us, man. And a bigger part of what these people have going on though with that self-esteem and everything is they often feel inadequate and, you know, they have kind of like low self-esteem when it comes to dating. So they end up settling for anything at all instead of waiting for something that's really worth waiting for. You know what I'm saying? And so they end up dating lower than them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying anybody's better or anybody lower, but some people are more evolved. Some people are living in a higher vibration than other people are. And that's just real, man. If you get offended by that, like, you might need to raise your vibration, baby. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, more than anything else, man, and they're going to really, when they're young, they're going to really be the type that seeks mature partners and who dominate over them. But as soon as they grow and mature, they realize that really they only need themselves, man. And when they realize that they can make it one deep, their relationships will actually improve. And that's just kind of what it is for me. And, you know, another thing with this, man, is, when they do that, you know what I'm saying? When they realize that it's only themselves that they need, you know what I'm saying? It frees them up and it frees them up in their relationships. You know, they also realize that, you know, they're probably fucking with somebody that's not worth their time. And Saturn's about time. And so as they get older and they start realizing their self-worth, things will start improving for them and things will start getting better. But either way, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is with the relationship, Saturn isn't going to make relationships easy for them. And that's just kind of what it is. But it's going to teach them how to love people the right way. And that's what it's doing here. You get what I'm saying? Because through time and later on and after that return, you know what I'm saying? And through several reality checks and bullshit and learning experiences, like they're going to learn to love somebody the right way. And there's beauty in that, definitely. And having Saturn in the 7th can really also, like I said earlier, signify a karmic marriage. And if it's retrograde or in some way linked to the 12th house, I promise this is even more the case, man. And if there are a lot of harmonious aspects, you know what I'm saying, there are awesome chances to meet and marry their soulmate in this lifetime. And if there's going to be a lot of challenge and negative aspects, man, there are always going to be a lot of challenge and stress in their relationships. And I mean, that's not hard to describe, but if you having trouble with that, y'all can always hit me up and I don't mind looking at that part for you. But in any case, you know what I'm saying? Saturn is also all about longevity. And so when it's placed here in the house of partnerships, their relationships are going to be long lasting and meaningful, whether it be for the better or for the worse. And as long as they remember that just because you build like that, you don't have to build like that, they'll be all right, man. You don't have to feed into the negativity. You don't even have to acknowledge any restrictions that you have. And once you don't acknowledge them anymore, they're not restrictions, man. And that's kind of what it is. You understand? It's not about what you do. It's about how you do it, man. And so that means just because you built like that, it don't mean you have to build like that, man. Don't feed into the negativity, man. I appreciate all the love and support, man. For any of y'all that fool with me, man. I ask y'all to please like, share, and subscribe, man. If you ain't subscribed yet and you watching this, man, fuck with me one time. Hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure you like these videos and so I can help get on this motherfucking algorithm, man. Look up there, man. Hit that motherfucking bell icon and get notified when I drop something new, man. And that's just kind of what it is, bro. Hey, if you're interested in the astrological readings whatsoever, you can either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com, man. And that also involves if you're looking for any merch, man. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, no matter how much you get, how much merch you get, you probably won't ever be this fly, bro. I was born in it, not sworn in it. You did. Y'all keep it real, man. I'll be back with a little something about that black moon.